Friends, imagine someone telling you that in an African nation, a brutal war has been raging for the last 2 years. A war in which hundreds of thousands of Muslims have died, women cry helplessly in the streets, and children are dying of thirst, while most Muslim governments in the world remain silent. It may sound unbelievable, but this is not a story. This is the bitter reality of Sudan. And in today's video, we will not only understand what is happening in Sudan, we will also uncover the shocking decision made by the young and fearless president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré, a decision that has shaken powerful nations across the world. President Traoré announced that he is ready to send 150,000 soldiers to defend the oppressed Muslims of Sudan, a declaration no Muslim leader of this era has dared to make. Sudan, the third largest country in Africa, once a land where ancient civilizations flourished along the Nile, today lies in ruins, streets filled with dead bodies, the sky heavy with smoke, and humanity crying for help. This war isn't against a foreign enemy. It is a war between Sudan's own people, between two powerful groups. On one side, the Sudanese Army, SAF, and on the other, the Rapid Support Forces, RSF, a semi-military group that once stood with the government, but later turned against it when the question of power sharing arose. What began as a limited conflict soon spread across the entire nation. RSF has now seized control of many major cities, and ordinary people are struggling even for a single meal. Thousands of men, women, and children have been killed or forced to run for their lives. Picture this for a moment. A mother sits inside a broken building with her 3 children. No water, no food, no medicine. Outside, bullets tear through the air. Inside, a silence so deep that even the children's sobs disappear into it. This is not just one family's tragedy. This is the reality faced by millions in Sudan, where people now wait only for death. According to the United Nations, countless lives have been lost and millions displaced. Yet the shocking part is this: the powerful nations, and even the Muslim world, remain silent. So the question is, how did RSF become so powerful? Where did they get advanced weapons, vehicles, and equipment? Investigations reveal that RSF receives financial and military support from the United Arab Emirates. In return, RSF ships pure gold from Sudan's mines to the UAE. Bloodshed on one side, gold trade on the other. This is the very cruelty that shook the conscience of leaders like Ibrahim Traoré. When the people of Sudan cried for help, they appealed to several Muslim countries. But no one stepped forward. Not Saudi Arabia, not Egypt, not Qatar. Everyone looked away. Disappointed, the Sudanese people said, "We no longer expect help from the Arab nations. They see us only as resources, not as human beings." And then history turned. The young president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré, only 36 years old, stepped forward. After freeing his own nation from decades of French influence, Ibrahim Traoré heard the cries coming from Sudan. He declared, "As long as a single Muslim is oppressed, I will not remain silent. We stand with our Sudanese brothers." These were not empty words. He announced that Burkina Faso would send 150,000 soldiers to Sudan to stop the ongoing ethnic cleansing. This announcement hit the world like a thunderclap. Traoré made it clear, "We are not doing this for gold, wealth, or political gain. We are doing this for humanity and for the values of our faith." He openly criticized the Muslim world. He said that those who loudly spoke about Palestine had suddenly fallen silent when it came to Sudan. No statements, no support, no responsibility. Then he issued a blunt ultimatum to the RSF. "You have 24 hours. End the oppression, or our forces will march straight into your camps." And he didn't stop there. He warned the United Arab Emirates as well. "If you continue funding and arming RSF, then your key cities will become our targets, because we stand with the oppressed, not with the oppressors." These words shook Africa and the political map of the Middle East. Traoré made a promise to the people of Sudan. Just as he liberated Burkina Faso's natural resources from foreign companies, he vowed to return Sudan's gold to its own people, so that Sudan could rise again and become self-reliant. He delivered a strong message. Freedom is not only about borders, it is about the mind. The Muslim world will become strong only when we stand for one another. Traoré said Sudan is not alone. Sudan is Africa. When Sudan bleeds, all of Africa bleeds. When Sudan's children starve, Africa's future starves with them. And when the world looks away, it is not Sudan alone that dies. Humanity's conscience dies a little too. He warned that silence is complicity. He said, "Let the world hear this clearly. Africa will not abandon Sudan. We will not sit as silent spectators while our brothers and sisters are erased from history for the sake of greed and arrogance. Those who think they can divide our nations, weaken our independence, or steal our resources through endless wars, they simply do not understand the soul of Africa. They believe Africans are too scattered to unite, too poor to resist, too broken to rise again. But they forget one truth. This continent has survived centuries of slavery, colonial brutality, and exploitation. Yet Africa still stands unshaken, unbroken, unconquered. We did not fight for freedom so that we could return to being controlled by foreign powers. The old era of exploiting Africa's pain is coming to an end. Those who fuel this war with weapons, those who turn hunger into a business, those are the real enemies of peace. They are the true architects of chaos. Traoré says, "I call on the international community. Sudan does not need polite statements or soft condemnations. Sudan needs real help. Lives will be saved by action, not vocabulary." He says Sudan needs safe corridors, medicine, shelters, not more sanctions that heal nothing and break even more. You cannot preach peace while selling weapons. You cannot speak of morality while ignoring genocide. If the world truly values human life, then let it prove it. Let Sudan become a place where humanity is practiced, not just spoken about. Traoré sends a message to Sudan's youth. Do not allow despair to defeat you. Even the darkest night ends when the sun rises. You are the generation that will rebuild your homeland. Your hands will lift the Sudanese flag again, not as a symbol of suffering, but as a symbol of liberation. And when that day comes, Africa will stand with you. Now is the time for Africa to find its strength within itself, not wait for permission from outside. Sudan will rise. Africa will rise. And the oppressors will remember that this continent belongs to its people, not to those who try to tear it apart. Sudan's tragedy teaches us something powerful. Strength does not come from weapons, but from standing firmly on the side of justice. Leaders like Ibrahim Traoré remind us that conscience still exists, humanity still breathes, and truth still has a voice. The cries of Sudan's mothers, sisters, and daughters still echo along the Nile. They are not asking for wealth, not for armies, only for prayers, only for compassion. So let us pray that Allah eases their suffering, brings peace to their land, and grants courage to fearless, honest leaders like Ibrahim Traoré. And if you believe that speaking against oppression is a duty, then share this video so that Sudan's voice reaches every corner of the world. Maybe your one share awakens one heart, inspires one person, or stirs the conscience of one leader. May Allah help the innocent people of Sudan. May He give us the strength to stand with the oppressed. Friends, we will meet again in the next video. Until then, may Allah be your protector and your guide.